Hong Kong, one of the most densely populated cities on Earth, known worldwide as a financial centre and for its shopping, pollution and fast pace of life. But in the green heart of Hong Kong, there is a magical place of beauty and tranquility. Kadoorie Farm and Botanic Garden. KFBG looks beyond its own boundaries, forging alliances with governments and other organisations. It's created a green hub in the urban area to promote sustainable living. In mainland China, a KFBG department, Kadoorie Conservation China, works with the authorities and local partners to protect rare species and threatened habitats. Its aims are to halt and reverse species loss and for people to live in harmony with nature. There's a new initiative in Hong Kong. In partnership with the government's Development Bureau, Kadoorie Farm has restored and revitalised Tai Po's old police station. Built in 1899 and abandoned in 1987, the Grade 1 listed historic building has been turned into the Green Hub, a place where people can start to rebuild a local community economy to withstand the instability caused by climate change and the depletion of natural resources. Leading the project is Head of Sustainable Living and Agriculture, ID Wong.
咁佢係一個我哋叫做一個古蹟復修計劃。佢將一個100年嘅古蹟，佢裏邊有文化、歷史、建築同埋係一個嘅生態元素，係令到今時今日佢可以變成一個服務翻社區。而我哋講緊係點樣持續生活，對於所有譬如香港嚟講咧，都係一個好重要嘅課題。
This is the culmination of 5 years' work of a specialist team, including ID and Dennis Ng, Kadoorie Farm's head of facilities. The project has created a unique education centre. The transformation of this old police station has been extraordinary.
咁1年前嘅地盤咧，而家就變成咗我哋呢個為食堂啦。我哋嘅所有裝飾，我哋都盡量用翻一啲最天然嘅物料啦。而我哋嘅食物，亦都係我哋覺得係最好嘅食物，亦都係絕對用盡晒珍惜嗰個食材嘅。
The Green Hub official opening ceremony is imminent. So today, Orchid supervisor Kelvin Young and his team are adding their finishing touches.
今日咧，我哋嚟到綠匯，我啦，同埋我哋嗰隊人咧，我哋南花組咧嚟到綠匯學院，幫手做佈置嘅。
And it's straight in at the deep end for new recruit Amy Chan.
今日係我第2日喺 KFBG 度工作啦，咁就好開心可以加入呢個大家庭。
即係其實係做一個呢啲活動咧都幾辛苦嘅，但係咧當完成咗嘅時候咧，我哋成隊人咧都會好開心咯，因為呢個係一個機會咧，俾我哋做一啲嘢出嚟咧，去俾人哋知道我哋南花組係做嘢係做得到嘅咁樣。
While the preparations continue, work is in progress at another of KFBG's community initiatives. Green spaces are at a premium in this expanding city, and this area has been turned into a community farm. Retired farmers from an elderly care centre teach children from the local school how to grow some of their own food. Together, they've converted a weedy patch of land into a kitchen garden. The elders in the community passing on their skills and knowledge to the next generation.
喺呢個活動裏面咧，其實嘉道理農場就其實我哋好多謝佢哋嘅，因為首先佢提供咗一個好重要嘅技術嘅支援啦。因為種嘢啫嘛，其實唔係人識種啊，起碼我自己都唔識種啦。
嗱，咁咪健鬆啲啦，嗱，咁咪執到咯。
同啲長者一齊咧，就好做呢啲耕種咧，就覺得好好玩，同埋咧學識咗好多嘢咯。
長有一堂，同啲細路仔咧，大家。有啲興趣，大家有啲聯絡。當我哋參加完長者活動之後咧，都會覺得咧，長者係充滿活力㗎。佢哋咧都有好多嘅經驗，同埋咧好有知識咧去教佢哋嘅。特別咧就喺農耕嘅工作裏邊。咁我認為咧喺呢度做咗咁多年嘅農耕咧，我覺得個人咧開朗。我覺得透過農耕嘅工作咧，其實對細路仔去認識食物啊、珍惜食物咧，真係一個好大嘅正面嘅幫助嘅。
咁一來而家我哋好多人都講求健康啦，咁我哋可以通過學校學識咗點樣種有機嘅植物之後，我哋就可以帶翻去屋企，咁屋企人咧就可以種植，咁我哋就可以自給自足。
By learning to grow their own food, the children are helping to build the self-reliance of their community. For Hong Kong imports most of its food, making it vulnerable to fluctuating economic conditions. Yet, despite the risks to future food supplies and nature's well-being, agricultural land is disappearing in favour of profits for developers. Monitoring proposed developments is KFBG stalwart Dr. Chu Sin Tok. And today he's heading for Lok Ma Chau. There were plans to build a road across here, but using scientific and legal arguments, Tuck and his team opposed it. Sandwiched between Hong Kong to the south and the mainland city of Shenzhen to the north is a strip of land with fish ponds and fields which, for Tuck, still harbours distant memories of a simpler Hong Kong. And on its western edge is the internationally important wetlands of the Mai Po marshes. It's a haven for waders and other wetland birds that arrive here during the spring and autumn migration.
呢個地點係一個雀鳥嘅新境嘅重要嘅地點。喺遠景嗰度咧係落馬洲河套區。曾經咧喺個河套區係有個建議係起條馬路圍住個邊係咁過嚟，但係我哋嘅部門都係做咗好多功夫。即係令到呢條路咧，暫時都係擱置咗呢個項目。
This has been an important achievement for Tuck and his team. Lok Ma Chau is a major border crossing between Hong Kong and mainland China. It's a gentle reminder that tranquil though this scene may be, pressure for development is ever present. In 1998, Kadoorie Farm ecologists started work to enhance conservation in southern China, and this grew into the Kadoorie Conservation China, or KCC, department. Working with partners on the mainland, the aim is to reverse the degradation of wildlife habitats and conserve threatened species. It started with biodiversity studies in important sites across southern China and has grown from there. Training workshops are held all across the region, and today the KCC team are heading for Kunming. Here they've organised a conference, bringing together staff from nature reserves, conservationists and university researchers. They will share knowledge, identify gaps, plan joint field surveys and training programmes, and agree on conservation strategies in key areas. Chairing the workshop is Head of Kadoorie Conservation China, Dr. Bosco Chan. The knowledge he and his colleagues have gained from their own experiences will help their mainland counterparts. When the conference is over, Bosco and a joint team of ecologists and rangers will be travelling to a nature reserve in the far west of Yunnan, near the border with Myanmar.
大家見到呢一個地圖咧，就係我哋而家KCC 喺中國嘅一啲項目點。咁開完呢個秀類會議咧，我哋就會飛去騰衝市。咁喺嗰度咧，我哋就會做一個高黎貢山國家級自然保護區嘅生物多樣性考察。
Gaoli Gongshan sits on the eastern edge of the Himalayas, with its steep-sided mountains and deep river gorges. It's one of China's most important wildlife refuges. Part of a UNESCO World Heritage Site, it's one of the most biologically diverse in China. Home to about half of the country's species of birds and mammals, including many that are endangered. It's tough terrain, but the inaccessibility of these remote mountains helps protect whatever lives up here. Wildlife is hard to spot in the dense forest, but the team has found signs of something large.
那我们现在看到的就是那个亚洲黑熊，刚刚在这里去找这个蜜蜂窝来吃，然后你可以看到，其实这里也有一些爪痕。然后呢，我们估计它可能如果站起来伸手的话，所以你看到它这个雄狮也挺高，很了不起。然后高黎贡山，我们来了几次，也发现它这里的黑熊是在中国来说是算是那个密度很高的、很值得保护的一个地方。好了，走了。
The Asiatic black bear is listed as vulnerable due to loss of its forest home and to being hunted for body parts used in traditional Chinese medicine. After a long, hard day, the team makes camp and takes a well-earned rest. The camaraderie is plain to see. This is only the first stage of the expedition. Tomorrow, it gets much harder.
我哋今日由海拔1800米嘅村就一路行上嚟，咁行到而家大概海拔差唔多到3000米啦。一路上嚟嘅發現最大可以話係黑熊啦。我哋今日見到黑熊係好好嘅，係一個比較新鮮嘅一個覓食嘅痕跡。咁我哋今晚咧會喺呢度瞓啦。咁今晚應該會0度或者以下嘅。
First thing in the morning, Bosco and his team check out a find by one of the rangers. This remote spot is ideal to set camera traps. to collect data on what animals live here. The results will guide the conservation efforts.
哇，这个脚印真的很大，真的跟这个大水牛一样，是吗？是啊，最大的水牛也就是差不多了吧？哦。
The footprint is large,
它是从这几条树这里这样子一起
probably that of a tarkin. It's a rare goat antelope about the size of a cow, with horns like a wildebeest and a snout like a moose. Although living in a reserve, it's still hunted illegally and populations are dwindling. To get an image, the camera must be placed correctly and camouflaged from view. Its exact position is recorded by GPS so that it can be recovered later.
拍完了。下面你要注意那个叶子啊。
The camera traps may be left here for up to 2 months, where they are the hidden eyes of the team. With the camera set, Bosco and his team continue the climb up through this montane forest. For 3 days they followed the ridge, searching for more signs of the elusive tarkin. And there is one. More evidence that this secretive animal is living here. So a second camera trap is set. If the traps are triggered, they'll give the ecologists a better understanding of the tarkin's distribution in the reserve. The team has been walking right across the spine of Gaoli Gongshan and has now reached 3,500 meters. Finally, they arrive at a spot where they can set up another overnight camp in freezing conditions. Talk around the campfire is inevitably of the tarkin. Its woolly fleece makes it well adapted to the harsh conditions in these mountains. Everyone is pleased with the progress and the prospect of dinner. The preparation of the meal is a group effort, whilst Bosco discusses tomorrow's proposed route with local partners.
咁啊，頭先我哋行過嚟嗰陣時咧，其實喺某啲地方咧，其實仲有一啲雪係未溶晒嘅。咁啊，好凍啦，大家。咁但係我哋亦都揾到一啲靈牛嘅痕跡，咁啊好開心。呢個係對我嚟講，個人嚟講好特別。咁對我哋呢一個合作項目咧，其實都係好有意義嘅。
Bosco and his team, with their mainland colleagues, are together helping to build a better future for wildlife in China. Lying between the high mountains of Gaoli Gongshan and the valleys below is a zone where 2 distinct forests meet, the temperate montane forest on the higher slopes and the subtropical forest lower down. In this ancient and largely pristine forest, the expedition continues as the team searches for another rare mammal. They can hear it, but they can't see it. It's hiding up in the forest canopy. They're the haunting calls of the Gaoli Gongshan Hulok gibbon, a precious primate recently described as a new species. The gibbons are tantalizingly close, but they're so elusive, and there are so few of them.
咁我哋今朝7點鐘咧就嚟到呢度，咁就好早7點多少少就聽到個長臂猿叫，咁啊離我哋唔係好遠。本來諗住有機會嘅，咁但係可能長臂猿向更北嘅方向去咗，咁我哋而家都差唔多11點咧，都仲未睇到。
Although unlucky today, the team managed to film them on a previous survey. These primates were hunted extensively in the past and are still vulnerable to poachers.
高黎貢保護區都好想同我哋合作，做多啲長臂猿嘅研究或者保護嘅工作。呢個係一個開端啦。咁希望以後我哋對呢度長臂猿嘅保護或者對佢嘅生態會有更多嘅了解。
On the last night of the expedition, the team's herpetologists, with the major aim on this trip to study frogs and other amphibians, set out on one final night shift. They are exploring a shallow forest stream, and when darkness falls, the frogs, toads and newts become active. KFBG's Zhen Huang is leading the search. Every expedition is an opportunity to discover more in this largely unexplored region. He spots movement and zeroes in on a dark toad. This is one he hasn't seen before, and this little toad is unusual. Discovering new species can help to bring greater support and thus greater protection to the nature reserve.
所以说，哎呀，哇！然后我们高黎贡山之前有记录的是一个叫沙巴拟枝蝉，但是沙巴是在越南北部，离我们这里很远，所以说这个很有可能是一个新的物种。对。哇。
And indeed it was. It was later confirmed as a new species, and the KFBG team named it the Teng Chong spadefoot toad. And this is not an isolated find. These field surveys are vital in determining what species are out there, in what numbers, and where conservation efforts should be focused. Back in Hong Kong, the results of the Gaoli Gongshan expedition are in. And at Kaduri Farm, Bosco and Zhen Huan have found that all the camera traps have been triggered by something, but by what? A silver pheasant. It's a classic forest species, 5 females and a male, the male looking splendid in his silver-white plumage. Asian black bear. Maybe the one that ate the honey. It's all good news. The field report will be a positive one. The big day has arrived. The grand opening ceremony of the Green Hub. At Tai Po, the transformation is complete. It's taken 5 years of planning and building restoration to get to this auspicious day. The final preparations are in hand, but there's still a lot to do. Inside, head chef Beginal and the staff and volunteers are preparing an imaginative slow food vegan buffet using local ingredients. These vegetable leaves will be dehydrated into crackers rather than cooked. Each dish is prepared with care. And there's a pre-tasting for the whole team, including Executive Director Andy Brown and I.D. Wong. They all love it. The guests are on their way, and there's one final push. It's a landmark day for KFBG's Head of Facilities, Dennis Ng.
我今日好開心，但係亦都好緊張。我好難 express， 好難表示我內心嘅一個興奮，但係好期望我哋嘅開幕日子足之嚟臨啦。咁就希望將來有一個好嘅去處，等香港市民可以嚟呢度參觀，可以嚟享受一下呢個咁好嘅環境。
Volunteers, staff and board members are here, together with Hong Kong's Chief Executive, the Honourable C.Y. Leung, government officials, representatives from NGOs and the media.
And I now invite Mr. Rui Barreto, board member of Kaduri Farm and Botanic Garden, to deliver an opening speech, please. Thank you.
Thank you very much. This place, this green hub, inherits the vision, mission and values of the farm. It inherits the spirit of our founders, Sir Horace Kaduri and Lord Lawrence Kaduri.
And from their lifetime's work in helping people to help themselves here in Hong Kong, there is a direct link to the Green Hub.
We believe the Green Hub is already resonating deeply with the needs of the public. When you think of the name hub, it means a wheel with spokes, and the people are all part of those spokes and part of the circle of our community. That resonance is bringing people together at this hub to work towards restoring the sustainability of our common future, our home here. And, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that that resonance will be extending further now, and I hope from every one of you. So thank you very much for coming today.
And a fitting climax to this ceremony is the planting of 2 young tea trees from Kaduri Farm. They are living symbols of the work achieved by the founding fathers of Kaduri Farm and Botanic Garden. In just 60 years, KFBG has evolved into an organisation that looks far beyond its boundaries, and on this day, a new chapter begins. With the opening of the Green Hub, the people of Hong Kong have a new place to meet, to share, learn and experience simple living. In an increasingly globalised world, the Green Hub will create alternatives. Its programmes will show people that supporting a local economy will reduce waste, increase happiness and build resilience. It's another step towards harmonising our relationship with the environment and creating a world in which people live with respect for each other and nature.